All right, happy Pride Month. Glenn Greenwald got caught on camera getting fin-domed and completely exposed the hypocrisy when it comes to the conservative movement and how they treat gays. A couple points to make here. First of all, the same crowd that is basically telling you that, Christ is king, doesn't like the gays, there's a case against gay marriage, etc., etc. Now, everybody in the conservative media movement has to come around and show this support for Glenn Greenwald because he's a great guy and what he does in his private life is his own business. He does good journalism. Now, had Anderson Cooper made that video, had Anderson Cooper's face gotten smeared all over the internet in that exact same way, all of these people that are coming around in support of Glenn Greenwald would have been trashing Anderson Cooper. They would have been saying that he is the reason why gay men shouldn't have families, that he is the reason why there's so much degeneracy in the gay community. And that's the hypocrisy that I'm pointing out. You guys have no principles. There are zero principles. The principles only matter to the point where we can point to somebody that doesn't agree with us that's doing the exact same thing. This is why you confuse people. You confuse me as a right-leaning gay man in the conservative media space. You're certainly confusing all of the hardcore, far-right Christian conservatives that are following you that are just like, whoa, wait a minute, what? Like, this doesn't make sense because you guys have told me that God says this and Christ is king and homosexuals are going to hell and et cetera, like, does not compute. And the point that I'm making here with this hypocrisy, and this is why everybody's so confused right now, in particular, these large conservative media personalities who are movement leaders who have a lot of influence. They're confusing everybody, and this is what I think, because the reality of a lot of their situations is the reality of the situation of most people in America. Whereas regardless of what you believe, what your Christian beliefs are, et cetera, most people know somebody that is gay. And the reason that gays got their rights in this country is because we basically just revealed ourselves and became human beings. And there were so many gay and lesbian human beings running around that it became virtually impossible to demonize them. And I think that what a lot of these people that are leading the conservative movement, particularly the people that are much to the right of me, they're caught up in the confusion because they don't hate gay people like that. They really don't. They know gay people. They have gay friends. They have gay coworkers. They have worked around gay people before. So the hypocrisy comes out because they're stuck in this weird sort of space in which they have to serve two masters, right? They have to serve the people to the far right that they have to throw red meat to and cater to all the time to keep their careers going. But then they also have to be like, well, look, gays are everywhere and we work around too many of these people to really demonize them that much. Like, that's where the hypocrisy comes in, and that's where the confusion lies. And the second point that I want to make when it comes to Glenn Greenwald himself, and this is what I think truly, as a gay man that hopes to have a family, whether adoption, surrogacy, I don't know. You can't present yourself as a gay man in the public eye, family man, father, like all of that other stuff, and be participating in stuff like that in your private life. To me, in my opinion, as a gay man, these two things do not work and do not connect. And it's really unfortunate that nobody else seems to have the courage to say that these two things do not add up. And what I will say is this, as a gay man, again, who hopes to have a family someday, there is a very large contingent on the right that basically says that gay men should not be able to adopt, should not be able to foster, should not even be able to have a family in any way, shape, or form. And so when they see somebody like a Glenn Greenwald who has a certain amount of respect, they can point to that guy and see that guy adopted kids and that guy is participating in all kinds of degeneracy behind the scenes, right? So I think that when you are a gay man in the public eye and you are presenting yourself in that way, I think that you have a responsibility. And I think that Glenn Greenwald kind of failed on that responsibility. And I'm not talking around like I'm no angel or I haven't done this or I haven't done that. That's not the point. The point is, as a gay man, if you're going to be operating in the public space and in the public eye, and you make the decision to go and start a family, like there are certain things that you just have to leave behind that I believe you should leave behind. We don't know the date and time of that video. It is what it is. But I will say that it's a bad look for gay men in the public eye. And it is certainly a bad look for somebody that is raising kids and has a very large profile in a conservative media space that is basically filled with a lot of people who do not think that gay men should have kids, that think that we're all secret pedophiles, that think that we shouldn't be able to adopt or foster or have surrogate children. So not only is the conservative movement totally hypocritical in the way that Glenn Greenwald is being treated by them, because they're confusing. They've confused me. They're probably confusing all of you. And Glenn Greenwald failed by even allowing a video like that to be made in the first place, either while having children or being somebody that wanted to be a gay man in the public eye that does have a family.